You going to Papa's? Okay, you gonna go knock on the door?
Hello. How are you? My name is Grandpa.
Papa.
Papa.
Yeah.
Right now I'm 94, but I will be 95 in 2.5 months.
Wow, that's amazing. How do you feel?
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Even better now that you're here.
Aw, I love you. So what are we gonna do today?
Well, we're going to go to Astoria. We're going to ride around and show you where Grandma used to live. Where I used to live, where my office was. Some of my clients. Maybe we'll take a walk on Steinway Street.
That sounds awesome.
And whatever else we have to do. I don't know.
Pizza?
And pizza, of course.
Of course. Okay, sounds good. Let's go. You know my grandpa?
Yes, many years.
How many?
1984, when I just started working here, I met him when it was the Villa Gordy Pizzeria.
Yeah.
And his office was right on Steinway Street, about 4 or 5 buildings off the corner on 30th Avenue. When I first met him, he was very good friends with my father and my uncle Frank. So my father introduced me to him, and I fell in love with him the first time I saw him. I was young at the time. I was only about maybe 18, 17 years old when I first met him. And him and his wife, Muriel, your grandmother, gave me a lot of sound advice. And I took it, and I loved them, both of them, very much. It was nice times we had together.
Yeah, he's a great guy. There he is. There's the man.
There's the man. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Jessica, for thinking about this. Grandma used to work at a dry cleaning store on that corner. I used to live down the next block.
You did?
Yes. I used to see Grandma walking up the street, and I knew I had to meet her because she was one of the most beautiful women I ever saw. So I used to bring my clothes in there. I finally, after I don't know how many times, I finally met her. You heard the story. I asked her to go out. And the first time we went out, I took her to the Waldorf Astoria to see Benny Goodman.
Could you tell me your name?
Happy Willens. Your grandfather was actually my lawyer, and prior to that, he was my father-in-law's very close friend and lawyer. And I know him for 40 years.
Wow.
I played tennis with him once in a while, and when he moved to Florida years ago, we hit some tennis balls. I go visit him. And you want to know the amazing thing about your grandfather?
Tell me one of them.
Okay. He would be down in Florida. He was well into his 70s. You know what he did when he went to go play tennis?
What do you do?
He got on his bicycle and biked to the courts.
Wow.
Would play a set or two of tennis, get on his bicycle, and bike back home. He's truly, and I mean this, I'm not even being dramatic. He's one of the most amazing people I've ever met. I mean, and I don't have to tell you about his personality and his sweetness and kindness, but as an athlete, I mean, he is somebody to just be in awe over, truly. And you know, you come from good stock. He's quite a guy.
I lived here until about 1950. from 1930 to 1950, 20 years, 1930. Or 16.
Place changed a lot.
Little houses over here. This house been here for as long as I can remember.
And so Grandma worked up on the street corner, right around the corner?
Later, yeah. I met her in about 1941, 1940.
These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through.
Grandma used to live one block down here to the left.
New York, New York. I want to wake up in a
That's my earliest recollection.
This one here, does it look the same?
Yeah, it's the same. Except there was a store downstairs instead of an apartment. It was a dry goods store.
And it was your grandfather's?
It was my grandfather's.
What did they sell there?
They sold all men's and ladies' underwear, sheets, corsets, hats, socks, work pants, work clothes, stuff like that.
if I can make it there, I'll make it.
And the next corner is where Grandma lived.
On the right or the
On
left?
the right, up on the 5th floor, and up right up there. You can't see it now. I lived in a house that says Greek American Atlas. My grandfather had a store downstairs.
I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a #1, top of the list, king of the hill, a #1.
So, Papa, that was a really fun day.
I
Thank
enjoyed
you.
it tremendously. I'm happy that you suggested it.
Yeah, it was really nice to go back to Astoria with you.
Funny thing is, when I showed you my grandfather's store, I had a kitty car then. And I used to come out of the store. There was a little incline from the store to the street. You used to come out of the store and down the hill to the right. And then my father used to say to me, he didn't want me to do it because he was afraid I'd get hurt. And every night he would come home and say, "Did you go down the hill on the kitty car today?" I said, "Yes, Daddy." And he used to put me over his knee and go like this. That's about it. And he used to say, "This hurts me more than it hurts you." I said, "How?"
Dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dream that you did to, oh why can't I? Well, I see trees of green and red roses too. I'll watch them bloom for me and you and that.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your life with me.
You're welcome. I'm glad somebody knows about it anyhow.
I'm glad it's me. I love you.
I love you too, darling.
Mwah.
And the
Bye.
brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, singing, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where